Here's an AMI This Week shortcut with Grant Hardy.
All right, Isaac, let's go. Time to go to work.
For the past 20 years, the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario has had a special program that aims to support the children and families that come through their doors.
A nurse and myself were dog lovers, and there was no dogs or animal visiting CHEO.
Michelle Taché is a child life specialist at CHEO who introduced the pet therapy program to the hospital.
We thought it'd be fun to introduce the program to CHEO, so we worked hand in hand with infection prevention and control. From there on, when the first team started, we been at it for 20 years. Our program grew and expanded to different inpatient units, as well as satellite programs in schools that have a link to CHEO.
Isaac and his handler, Julie Jolie-Carr, are members of Ottawa Therapy Dogs and have been one of the steadfast volunteers in the program for over 5 years.
So I decided to become a member after retiring from my profession as a paramedic. And I was looking for a way to give back to the community, had kind of what I hoped would be the perfect dog to fit in. A therapy dog needs to be a really steady dog. They need to be able to be really stable in lots of different environments, so people moving around, IV poles, carts, medical equipment, things like that. So he sees kids that are in all different stages, recovering from surgery, recovering from trauma, mental health issues. So we have run the gamut of meeting kids of all ages and all different types of backgrounds. But it's honestly one of the biggest honors just to be here and share that with them.
The CHEO Pet Therapy program was an important program for Chris Valet when he was a patient at CHEO.
I was first introduced to the pet therapy program here at CHEO at the age of 12 when I was a patient here. Michelle was actually the one who introduced me to the program, and as soon as I heard about it, I thought this was a great idea to help me in my treatment journey, and I was instantly interested. Unfortunately, at the time, I was on bed rest because I couldn't leave. I was very medically fragile, so I couldn't leave my bedside. And usually what they do is they have a pet therapy dog in a secluded room where you can spend one-on-one time with the dog, but I couldn't leave my bed. So Michelle was nice enough to actually bring the dog to my room on my bedside, and we bonded that way.
Connecting and bonding with the patients is something that comes naturally to Isaac.
So they're patients that he sees week after week, and he knows them the minute they walk in the room. He's on his back, belly up, looking for belly rubs. So he's different with every single kid that he sees, but they're really subtle differences. It would be hard to actually pick up for most people, but it's like he customizes his care for each kid that he meets.
I think pet therapy transformed my hospital experience by bringing in a sense of normalcy and really showing me that there is some light at the end of the tunnel. A hospital environment is very dark and depressing sometimes, but this was a way to showcase that there is some happiness in life, and it really did reignite some of that fire in me when I felt so lonely and depressed. There's something so nurturing, so soothing, so comforting about petting a dog. It is really some type of way to be mindful and be in the present moment and not be bombarded by these vicious thoughts in your head. I was facing a lot of depression, so my mind was going on 24/7, and it was really a way for me to shut off those thoughts and really focus on the present moment. My mom actually told me that she hadn't seen me smile for many months because I didn't really want to live anymore. And after my first visit with the therapy dog, she saw me smile again. So I think that has significant impacts. I actually took a picture with the dog and had it by my bedside at every meal so that when I was struggling, I could just look at it and think of that moment, and it brought me instant comfort.
Bringing pet therapy definitely changes the way we do things. It brings novelty, it brings fun, it brings, again, the comfort touch and something different out of the routine, and to ease the sadness or to celebrate, because there are some happy times with the dogs too. So it's all part of changing that daily routine for kids and making it positive and brighter.